I think one of the things that we all have to ask ourselves, I certainly try to ask myself, is what are the practices that I'm doing because they've become comfortable? And what are the practices that I'm doing because they're really the most effective approach for effective learning? Unfortunately, during COVID times, we were all pushed way beyond our comfort zone. And now that we're in some ways returning to what feels a little more like a normal school year, I do worry a bit that we are reverting back to practices that feel comfortable but aren't necessarily effective. And I sort of keep trying to remind myself that comfortable and familiar is not the same as effective and equitable, right? And so the education community has been through a lot in these last
Yeah.
couple of years, and teachers are exhausted, leaders are exhausted. And so I think we need to be aware of that. And at the same time, the world around us has evolved, and education is not exempt from needing to evolve as well. We also can't let this very important moment go to waste. And this is a very important moment because as we come back to school, to this more traditional year, we have the chance to reset and redesign the future of learning. Educators as a whole are probably some of the most creative professionals I've ever seen in any industry. It's hugely creative. And so when you have hugely creative people in a moment where we're sort of open to thinking differently about the world, which we are, that is, one of the realities after a moment of chaos and trauma is that there's sort of always this bloom of innovation because people are open to saying, okay, well, let's try some new things and try to solve some of these problems. So we have really creative educators. We have conditions that are fairly well set for innovation, and so I'm actually very excited about what we can accomplish. I do think we need an infusion of joy in our learning systems. Schools should be joyful places. Teachers should feel joy about the work that they're doing. And that's going to be really critical for us to get ahead of the challenges that have been created in these last couple of years.